do when you're expecting. There's a book out there that, at least it was in the house a number of years ago. Both of our kids are adults now, so we don't even have kids anymore. We've got an 18-year-old and a 21-year-old. What to do when you're expecting. There's a book that's out there that is supposed to lay it out. Here's all of the things to do, or what to expect when you're expecting, all the things to do. And here's the honest truth. And most of us know this once we've had kids. There's not an owner's manual. As much as you can read these things out of a book, you just don't know until you know. And the other thing that's really cool, kind of like sales tactics and leadership tactics and opinions and all of those other things, everybody has a perspective, and they are happy to share that perspective with you, whether they've done the work or not, whether they've had the experience or not. So let's talk about setting expectations. How do we set expectations, both with internal clients and external clients? And how do we manage all of those things? Well, set expectations. Say what you're going to do. Do what you're going to do. What you say you're going to do. It's pretty simple. Say what you're going to do. Do what you said you were going to do. It's simple to say it. It's really hard to do. So what happens when things change? Because things will change. Things will happen that are outside of your control. You're going to have challenges with supply chain. You're going to have challenges with people. You're going to have challenges with vacations. And those are all of the things outside of your organization, maybe. Some of them are inside your organization. So how do you manage through that process? Say what you're going to do, and do what you said you were going to do. And then revisit those things, provide progress updates all the way throughout the process. It is hard to take on tough challenges. It is hard to communicate that you are going to miss an expectation. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to feel it. Nobody wants to have that happen. But the reality is it will happen every day. Different things change in life. People don't show up. Products don't show up. Different events happen out there. I mean, was anybody expecting that a bridge was going to collapse a couple of weeks back when a cargo ship ran into it? Different things happen. These are things that impact the supply chain. We as leaders know that those things happen. So I'm going to take a couple of cues from a book, and Matt Ferguson talked about this recently, which prompted me to go reread it, the 4 agreements. One of those agreements is be impeccable with your word. Know that words have meaning, both the words you say to yourself and the words that you say to others. Don't make assumptions. Don't assume that anybody knows what the heck you're talking about. Validate an understanding when you're going through the process of determining, was the thing that you communicated actually heard on the other end? And was the thing that they communicated actually the thing that they expected you to hear on your end? Don't take things personally. Again, this comes from the 4 agreements. Don't take things personally. Nobody's out to get you. Your customers aren't out to get you, both internally and externally. Everybody wants to do a good job. I don't think people wake up in the morning and are like, I'm going to see how bad I can screw life up. I can screw things up. I certainly don't wake up in the morning thinking about that. And I try to not surround myself with people who do. I think we've all got an opportunity to work with some really good people, good clients. And the cool thing about working with good people and good clients, we all have problems that we're looking to solve. Some of those problems are known, some of them are unknown. Some solutions are known, some are unknown. If we can help people solve those problems, we're actually good at being a sales professional, being a problem solver, being a good contributor in the marketplace. So be impeccable with your word. Don't make assumptions. Don't take things personally. And do your best. Do your best. One of my favorite quotes around do your best, it comes from Admiral Payne. That's Lee Cockrell's father-in-law, Dan Cockrell's grandfather. Do your best and forgive yourself. Do your best and then let it go. Let it go. Move on to the next, because you've got to give yourself space and time to move on to the next. So let's summarize this a little bit. Number 1, when you say that you're going to do something, go out there and do it. If you're unable to do it, let people know and say it, reset expectations. Then go out and do the thing that you've reset those expectations around. Don't make assumptions around what people are thinking or how they're feeling as they go through. Give people space to vent and communicate. Remember, they have somebody that they need to communicate to. If you're not doing your job on your end, it might impact somebody else's ability to do their job on the other end. Leverage the 4 agreements. Check yourself really quickly before you react to things. Get out there and do good work. Everybody's counting on you to do good work. You're counting on you to do good work. Hope this helped with simplify some of those expectations. And as a reminder, as much as you can read the book, What to Expect When You're Expecting, you still won't know until you know. There's a lot of crazy stuff that happens when you have kids. One of the cool things is they are relatively made of rubber. You're not going to break them as you're going through. You'll figure some things out. And I'll wrap things up with 2 things that I hope our kids leave the house with. I've shared this before. It's that they leave the house with a high level of self-awareness, so that sense of self, and a high level of self-confidence. Confidence in their ability to do things. Get out there, help people become more self-aware, self-confident, set expectations, execute flawlessly, and you will be on the